Hi and welcome back to Game.co.uk series of unboxings. Now some of you may have caught our last unboxing of Microsoft's Kinect sensor bar. And I think it's fair to say that it caused a little bit of debate on our YouTube channel. So I just wanted to come back to you and see if I can answer some of your questions. The easiest question for me to answer out of the box is, yes, I work for Game, not Microsoft. I think of the questions that you asked me, one of the most prevalent questions was, well, it was more of a comment actually, it's big. Well, yes it is. It's pretty big because it has a huge amount of technology inside. So unlike some of the other sensor bars that you may have on your other consoles at home, this impacts quite a lot of technology. As I mentioned last time, it's got an RGB camera, it has these two depth perception lenses, it also has the multi-array microphone running along the bottom, but on board it also has a CPU which tries to cobble together all this information to do clever stuff like filtering out your voice from the background noise of maybe the movie you're watching or whatever. So it is quite substantial. It also sits on a motorised base. Now this base enables the sensor bar to tip or tilt 27 degrees from the true. So why is that important? Well, if you're playing a game with somebody who's shorter than you, it will compensate for that if you were to duck out, or if you all of a sudden sit down on your sofa, the sensor bar can continue to track you. So it is quite substantial, I think is a word I choose to use. Some of you have said, well, why is it then that I need a room the size of a castle to play Kinect? And I'm not sure that's actually true. Microsoft themselves say in the leaflets and literature that comes with the Kinect bar that you need about 6 foot between you and the sensor bar. Now, having played this both at E3 and Gamescom and again here in the UK, I think you need 3 or 4 foot either side of you as well whilst you're playing, because you will be moving from side to side and backwards and forwards. So you need a room where you can be about 6 foot away from the TV, so definitely not castle size, or at least I wouldn't say so. As we mentioned when we did the unboxing last time, the sensor bar works with your 4 gig and 250 gig new consoles. It also works with your, I've heard it commented as old school fat consoles, but you know, my 250 gig Elite is not fat. And all of the setup guides are included in your Kinect manual. But this manual, which is a startup guide, deals with the standard console, turning around the right way, standard console setup guide is on that side, and the 250 gig and 4 gig S model, as it was referred to here, is dealt with on this side. So it really is a very quick process. So, launch titles, as I was talking about in the last video, the sensor bar itself ships with a copy of Kinect Adventures, which is right here in the box. Let's just get that out. And as I mentioned, it is a full game. I'll just put the box on the floor. Other launch titles, God, you get a lot of packaging with this. Other launch titles, I called out last time my personal favourite, which is Fighters Uncaged, and I mentioned of course that the guys can't hit back. Well, obviously they do hit back in the game, otherwise it would be fairly one-sided thing. What I meant was, it doesn't hurt when they hit you, which kind of appeals to me because I'm sad like that. Another great title for launch, yes, it's a display copy only, is Kinectimals. We hope very soon to be able to bring you reviews of all of these games and indeed the setup of Kinect, but right now we're still in unboxing mode. Another great title to look out for on launch is Dance Central. Played this both in LA and at Gamescom over in Germany, and indeed here in the office, and I have to say I've not seen anyone play this and not come away smiling. Mind you, some of the spectators have been smiling at my dad dancing, but never mind. Kinect Joyriders, somebody asked me, how do you accelerate and decelerate when playing Kinect Joyride if you don't have a controller? Well, you are the controller. You push your hands forwards to go faster, pull them back to slow down, left and right, you get the idea. Very, very intuitive, but sounds weird. Sonic Freeriders really does bring Sonic into the gaming revolution, and a lot of you guys cringe when I use the word gaming revolution about the Kinect sensor bar, but I really do think it is. I've I've been gaming since the ZX81, if you're going to be honest, and that wasn't a very exciting game. It was a single pixel moving across the screen, but hey, back in the day that was cool. Sonic Joyriders is massively immersive, and I think will do great wonders for young Sonic and possibly even Knuckles. Moving on, let's have a quick chat about this little lead, because some people have been confused about what this one does. So if you have an older Xbox and you have the Wi-Fi adapter plugged into the back of the Xbox, basically you will need to use this to extend your Wi-Fi connection from the back of the box to the front of the box. So that will go in one of your front USB ports. Because remember, if you've got an older Xbox, you will have plugged the sensor bars, looks like a firewire port, into the adapter, or doohickey as I would call it, and you plug the USB connector into your older Xbox. You would then plug this bit into the wall, as I'm sure you're aware. If you're lucky enough to have a new 4 gig or 250 gig, then all you're doing is plugging this straight into the dedicated port at the back of your Xbox, nice and tidy. So that's what that little grey wire is. It's the Wi-Fi adapter extension lead, as they call it. So guys, I think the biggest question you asked me via the YouTube channel was, does it work? Well, the simple answer is yes, it does. When you first load up Kinect Adventures, it will ask you to go through a very short setup process, which is basically about calibrating the sensor bar for your home environment to make sure it's zeroed in on you. From there on in, it really is simple. You become the controller. I think, why take my word for it? Game.co.uk and obviously game stores, if you go to game.co.uk, check out where you can demo Kinect for yourself. Come in and have a go. Pretty much everybody that I've seen play this has had a smile on the face and has wanted to order one. So I think it is a case of getting involved, get hands-on, seeing is believing. So there you go, phase 2 of the game.co.uk unboxing of Microsoft's Kinect sensor bar, which I do believe is a gaming revolution. You can find out too by getting down to your local game store and getting hands-on with it. If you want to give us any feedback, please do so, and as we say, the feedback makes us stronger. We're always open to your feedback, guys, because we want to make gaming better, not just for you, but for me also. Thanks for your comments.